Alright, this is a funny one. From PC Gamer. The tech industry came for Steam, and we felt so hard it had to admit that they didn't even really like making games in the first place. So, considering all the shit show with Steam happening right now, at the end of the day, we can see that this company grew based on their own income and correct planification. They remain themselves a private company, and that's why they are so big, by being pro-consumer. While all the instances of these companies that try to say, oh, we are going to challenge Steam, remember, Microsoft was the first one to actually look more scummy than any other because they were forcing games for Windows Live, even for Steam release games. They were trying to actually intentionally cripple Steam, making them useless uh, with the OS back in the day, and they failed. They absolutely failed because in the process we're also destroying their OS in the process. Well, no, I don't think as bad as they are right now, but still, it's we have seen also Epic Games. We have also seen Amazon, and Amazon is the latest one to fall. So even among these articles, Amazon did spin out its game development studios a decade ago, but just to be a regular game publisher. It wanted to take on Steam, but missed initial by such a wide margin that we didn't even realize that that's all was trying to do, as the text says. Now it seems to have at least a partially moved on for ambition, and the one big consequence is then of historical MMO New World, which will cease to receive orders and eventually be put to rest. What's maddening in the New World series was not failure, it was a beneficiary on the early pandemic boom on online gaming, hitting a while still concurrent peak of 19 and 913 thousands after it launched in 2021. The MMO settled into much lower numbers by early of 2022, but was far more from a flop. And yeah, no, it's an advertisement. But look at this. But Amazon, at least at the executive level, was clearly never really interested in being an MMO developer. It wanted to own PC gaming. Just like many others, they are just admitting that they try and unfolded. And that's not working out now. So now it's turning to attention to big games like one where AI powered Snoop Dogg plays the part of the Judge Jedi. Google was faster to make its retreat from the same ambition. Google Stadia, that was the most hilarious one. Closing its house studio before even release again after it became clear that Stadia was not going to become the next thing anytime soon. Well, not surprised Stadia not owning anything, everything being cloud based, and we have seen. Microsoft, however, still aspires to sit atop of the PC gaming throne. It's not going to last because many people are jumping on Linux, and even I heard Linux means other instances of Linux dedicated to gaming can run almost all of the Steam library just fine. Maybe I should use this gaming laptop I have to to test that. It's releasing games on Steam again, but it's also being big on Game Pass, and you are probably not imagining customers in Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella recent comment that Steam has built a massive marketplace on top of Windows and done a very successful job at it. Oh man, don't get me started on the Xbox PC, which is now appearing in my inbox weekly. Maybe one day some pure of hard PC gamer actually will topple Gavin's from his throne. Nah, he's going to die on his throne, and he's going to be replaced by someone that is going to turn Steam into shit. Gavin is going to be remembered even despite all the controversies over the recent year as the top of everyone, as the king. Myself have to acknowledge that because he grew the company from scratch, from zero, and they did it with consistent decisions to go to the positions they are right now, not only at technological level, as cultural level. And the one that actually is competing is GOG, despite being a publicly traded company, but because they are offering these DRM free games, which I have to say that's the thing that actually wins people over Steam. For certain games, like, oh, I can have the certain game. Oh, but you have the Steam Workshop. Well, I know other places when I can model, so it's not an issue. I would rather not deal with the DRM, which, yes, is something that people don't realize that much. But even Go games is not as big, and they're still struggling in certain ways. But for the others, they try to do dodgy anti-practices. Microsoft trying to cripple Steam's launcher and also crippling a lot of games between 2000s and 2010s with games for Windows Live. You had Amazon trying to do the same shit with partnership for games, didn't work. Epic Games, the exclusivity deals came, and you know how that one is not working. In fact, just ask Remedy Games for that. Stadia never had a chance. Well, there's that, man. Yeah, the only one I'm still seeing that they can grow into the future, but to their own league, not like the league as thin it is not right now worldwide, is the Elsa because they are doing a lot of stuff. They are paying attention to what Steam has done, but without making all of those mistakes like censorship. Because the Elsa grew from well, they advertised themselves from the start as a platform for hentai games. Probably this is going to span to more types of genres, even those that are not 18, but I hope more games lean into that area. And that platform can grow up. But that's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.